Hello, welcome to Life in Flowers. Today I'm going to get some Botox and I thought I'll make a little video about this. This is just a very casual video from a perspective of a woman who's getting Botox. I'm not any kind of a professional or anything, but I know I was super scared to go get Botox and I finally did because I saw a friend of mine who looked so natural. I would have never guessed in a million years that she had anything done. And she had Botox, she had lip fillers and things like that too, but she looked so great. So it encouraged me to look into it. And I go to the person that she went to because she looked so good and I wanted that really natural look. This video no way implies that you should get Botox. That is a personal decision. It took me a long time to even try it, but I did and I liked the results. So I am going to go back. I'm not sure that I will continue to go back, but I hope that this video will just sort of shed some light on just practical things about it. So what Botox does for me, my Botox right now is pretty well worn off. And I don't have any lights on, except this is just a natural light in the room. So I'm not lighting myself to get rid of shadows and things like that. Yes, the people you see on camera have lit themselves. But anyway, what it does for me is straighten these lines out that are here. These lines that you can see me making with expression were permanently etched onto my face before the first time I got Botox. Even if I was just resting like this, they were fairly prominent. And it really, it made me look older and a little grouchy. I tried it and honestly, it took them away. And in fact, right now, even though I can move, my Botox is pretty well worn off. The lines haven't etched all the way back in yet, but they would. And so that is primarily why I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get it again and hopefully have the same great result. So after I'm done, I'll pick up this video again and just kind of tell you about it. You don't see effects right away, but they accumulate over time. And if you do watch my videos, you will see over time the change in my face. And I thought that would be kind of interesting for you. So I decided to make this video. So, all right, I'll see you after. All right, I am home and I did have to turn the light on because this room is dark now at this time of the day. So it's not exactly the same as when I started out this morning, but I hope it still can convey just sort of a natural face without artificially lighting myself. So you can see I'm not bruised. I might have a little bruise tomorrow. If you can see closely, there are little tiny red dots where the needle went in. So there's a little bit of, little red dot blood. And what they do is you go in and you can have numbing cream if you want numbing cream. You don't have to have numbing cream. I always get a little. They'll put the numbing cream on, let you sit there and get a little bit numb. And it hurts a little. I mean, it doesn't hurt much more than plucking your eyebrows, to be honest. It's a little pinprick. It's creepy though. I mean, I don't like it. Something I noticed that I really don't like, and I didn't notice it this time, but I have noticed it before, is sometimes you'll hear a little popping sound, as they're giving the injection, which is weird and I don't like it, but it's really not that bad. It's just the anticipation of it all. And this time when I was in there, I was telling her that I had a YouTube channel and that I was going to talk about it on my YouTube channel. So she said, would you like us to film you? So I said, sure. So just a warning, I'm going to show you the injections. So as you can see, you're just sitting in a chair and she always has me sit back. They were very sweet. They gave me a little thing to squeeze. And it's, probably, 12 injections or so as they're putting the Botox in. It takes a few days to really kick in, so I can still move around, and slowly but surely this will start to get stiffer and it won't move around as much. I will not be able to make these expression lines anymore, and the crow's feet smile will start to thin out. I really like my lady. She's so honest with me. When I first went and talked to her, she kind of looked at my face and asked me what my concerns were. And, I was just talking about aging. And, I have these lines are really, really deep on me. And she was honest with me. She didn't try to sell me fillers or anything like that. She said, really, that's a facelift. You would need a facelift, to pull those out. So fine, I just stored away that information. I don't have any plans on getting a facelift, but I'm not ruling it out. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. Of course, cost is a consideration. The Botox is not inexpensive. I think I could probably go somewhere that's less expensive, and I think that could be just as fine. But since I am sort of a scaredy cat of a kind of a person, and I have had a good result with this lady, I just keep going back to her. What I get is 40 units, and that's for the forehead, the 11 lines, and just a little bit coming down here. All right, what else can I tell you? Okay, so the first time I went in was March of 2021. The last time I had Botox before today was this last October that just passed. So over 9 months ago. And this was my 7th time. So I don't get Botox as often as some people do. It's okay with me if I'm showing a few wrinkles. That's fine. Again, I just didn't want the ones that were really getting etched in there to get that much deeper. And once I got Botox the first time, I saw how it just took those wrinkles right away. And, I liked it. Now, the lady that I go to, she is a plastic surgeon. You don't have to do that. There are lots of reputable places to get Botox. And if you would like to consider trying out some Botox, what I would suggest is, if you have any friends that get Botox and they look like you would like to look, ask them who they go to. I got lucky, and that is how I found my lady. And do a little research, see what the reviews say. What does the place specialize in? The lady that I go to kind of specializes in a more natural look. I'm comfortable with her, so I stay with her. Be sure to communicate. When I first went in, I told her I'm scared. This is the first time I've ever done Botox. I don't want to look artificial, and I clearly communicated. So she knew to kind of start slow and go slower on me, because a lot of people want a different look. Some people want a very, they want to try to get all the wrinkles off of their face. So do communicate with whoever it is that's going to do your Botox for the first time. And again, I would read those reviews and do a little research before you just set out. The first time I ever looked into Botox or anything, I went to this place, a different place than I go to now, and it was several years before I first tried Botox. And I walked in, and the employees that worked there all looked how I didn't want to look. I went for the evaluation, and they suggested Botox and fillers. It was quite a bit. It was quite expensive, and I just really felt uncomfortable. So when I left, I never went back. And I would say this is one of those times where you need to feel pretty comfortable, or at least if you're seeing some red flags, then I would look elsewhere. If you do get Botox, ask your practitioner after what you should or shouldn't do. The common things that I hear are stay upright for 3 to 5 hours, avoid heavy exercise, avoid excessive heat, use ice packs. There's a few more things, but I would just talk to your practitioner and ask them what you should do. Well, that's it for this video. I just thought, since I was going to get my Botox, that I would make a little video about it in case there's someone out there who has questions or has been thinking about it, but they're just not sure. Again, this isn't medical advice or cosmetic advice, but it's just one woman talking to someone else about their experience. So I hope it was helpful. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them for me below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day.